Hey, you. You're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
Damn you Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, they'd have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here. It's these Stormcloaks the Empire wants.
We're all brothers and sisters in binds now, thief.
Shut up back there.
What's wrong with him, huh?
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King.
Ulfric? The Jarl of Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. They've captured you. Oh gods, where are they taking us?
I don't know where we're going, but Sovngarde awaits.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
Hey, what village are you from, horse thief?
Why do you care?
A Nord's last thoughts should be of home.
Rorikstead. I'm from Rorikstead.
General Tullius, sir. The headsman is waiting.
Good. Let's get this over with.
Sure. Mara, Dibella, Kinnereth, Akatosh, Divines, please help me.
Look at him. General Tullius, the military governor. And it looks like the Thalmor are with him. Damn elves. I bet they had something to do with this. This is Helgen. I used to be sweet on a girl from here. Wonder if Vilod is still making that mead with juniper berries mixed in. Funny, when I was a boy, Imperial walls and towers used to make me feel so safe.
Who are they, Daddy? Where are they going?
To go inside.
Why? I want to watch the soldiers.
Inside the house. Now.
Whoa!
Yes, Papa.
Get these prisoners out of the carts! Move it!
Why are we stopping?
Why do you think? End of the line. Let's go. Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
No, wait! We're not rebels!
Face your death with some courage, thief.
You've got to tell them! We worked with you! This is a mistake!
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time!
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
Ralof of Riverwood. Lokir of Rorikstead.
No! I'm not a rebel! You can't do this!
Halt!
You're not gonna kill me!
Archers! Anyone else feel like running?
Wait. You there. Step forward. Who are you?
Right, hello everybody. I'm Nutbar Chieftain, and welcome to the first episode of my Skyrim Anniversary Edition Let's Play. I've always wanted to do a Skyrim Let's Play. Like many of you, I'm sure I've watched a fair few, and with the 10th year Anniversary Edition kind of update, I thought it'd be quite prudent to do so because it's on the tip of everybody's mind, certainly on my mind. There's a hell of a lot of content they've added, and usually, or previously, what happened was when you left Helgen Keep, you'd get bombarded with a ton of sort of quest updates, which is quite annoying. That with the Bethesda team have obviously got together with the Creation Club modders, so to speak, and they've integrated it into the game. So in a sense, you have to. It's like re-exploring the game again. You know, I never thought I'd get that feeling of playing Skyrim for the first time again. because now you got to read every book, you got to read every note, you got to talk to everybody to try and pick up this new content. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Let's get on with it. So first things first, we are going to play as an Imperial. Principally because I never ever play as Imperials. In fact, I never play as Nords either. I always thought it was quite bland. I generally play as any other race but a humanoid, so to speak. But I thought, you know, get out of my comfort zone a bit and share that with you lot. Yeah, so I'm going to go through the character creation with you. I did think about either fast forwarding or skipping this section, but it's part of the game. The same way as the intro we just watched. Why not? Treat it like playing the game anew, so to speak. So we'll be as quick as we can now. First thing is, we're going to give him a bit of a... No, didn't want to do that. Right. We're going to give him a bit of a tan, because he's not from Skyrim. Now, I generally think, you know, Skyrim citizens tend to be somewhat paler, but he is not from Skyrim. He's an Imperial, so we don't know where he came from before, but he was caught crossing the border. So we can only assume that he could have been in sunnier climes before he got here. Yeah, and we're also, since he is primarily going to be a melee build, sword and board is what I'm thinking, so we're going to make him beefcake for his arms. He's an absolute tank of a man. Right, and next thing we'll do is, I tend to go for the hair first. Hair and facial hair, because it gives you kind of sets a tone for the character, and it kind of hides a lot. You can get too bogged down if you start looking at the individual features. So I don't want to, in the interest of speed. So we're going to give him a bit of a top knot, make him look a bit, you know, serious. Facial hair, we're going to go for quite a... He should have a beard, but well-groomed beard, I think. So no... Yes, there we are. Just a bit of geezer. Right, hair colour... no. I think... Yeah. Sort of rich, dark brown, yeah. He's a young, relatively young guy, well, probably about 30, I'd imagine. Mouth will keep the same. It's the benefit of the beards they hide. You don't have to spend too much with the bands. We will, however, give him a wide chin. Not that you can really see that, but I suppose it pushes the beard out somewhat. I'm going to go long chin, bring it right down. Chin forward we'll leave. Lip colour we'll leave the... Actually no. Give him nice red full lips. Yes. Brow. I'm going to go serious eyebrows. I have serious eyebrows in real life, and I thought, you know, make him a bit rugged looking. So we're going to... raise the brow a bit so we can actually see his eyes. Yeah. No, we were right the first time. Stick to your guns. Brow width, we'll leave it as it is. Brow forward, we'll leave it as it is, because you can well, I'll show you. You can push the brow right forward, but it ends up... Well, it's not hugely different, is it? But it ends up looking a bit simian, depending on the... perhaps I'm thinking of Oblivion, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, we don't want too far forward brow in any case. Eye shape is fine, we'll leave that as is. Eye colour, I want to go sort of piercing green, or, well, piercing green, just green. Yeah, there we go. Handsome guy. Right, eye height is fine. Yeah, eye width, won't mess around too much with that. I'm not going to go too deep into all of this because I want to get going. Nose type, he's an Imperial, so we tend to give him a Roman nose, like a broken nose essentially. Or should we? No, we'll leave it at that. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, a slightly rugged looking gentleman. Nose height, leave the same. Jaw, we can leave him a wide jaw. It's a square jaw. Well, it doesn't really make a huge difference, did it? I suppose. Yeah, let's have a look. Jaw forward. I mean, it doesn't make a huge... see. Don't want to do that, did I? We're going to give him high cheekbones. Oh wait, your height we wanted, didn't we? We need to play that. Yeah. I'll do cheekbone height, sort of. What we do want is quite wide cheekbones though, yeah. Laugh lines, we'll leave most of that. Well, perhaps... Yeah, give him a bit of colour. Give his face a bit of contrast, makes it a bit more interesting. Nose, we'll leave the same. Forehead, there we go. So he looks weathered, that's what we're going for. Right. War paint. Well, I tend to like this one here. So you can give that sort of a nice deep red, and it almost looks like his additional scars. Speaking of scars, we shall do this quickly. Yeah, right across his nose there. It looks like he's been in the wars. And that is about it. Yeah, so it wouldn't be too painful. Right. I will finish the named character. Name-wise, we're going to go, sticking with the Roman theme, or Imperials, should we say, he's going to be Tiberius Maximus. Because why not? We are going to be siding with the Imperials, so being that he is an Imperial, even though I know it's odd because he was just about to be executed by them, but I did think that, again, because fundamentally I strongly agree with the Stormcloak ideals, so as a result, my majority of my playthroughs I side with the Stormcloaks because the Imperials are bad news bears, really. I don't think what they're doing is good, but alright, Maximus. Tiberius Maximus. Yeah, so I think I'm going to put myself right out of my comfort zone. This may trigger people, it may not, but you know, why not? Let's see what happens. Let's tell a different story for Skyrim for a change. So, here we go. Tiberius Maximus. No. Yes, right. Ready.
What are you doing in Skyrim? Captain, what should we do? He's not on the list.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. We'll make sure your remains are returned to Citadel. Follow the captain, prisoner.
I mean, this is probably why the population of Skyrim don't really warm to your Imperials, you know, because what kind of a due process is this? You don't even know who I am.
Frick Stormcloak. Some here in Helgen call you a hero, but a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
Sounds ominous.
What was that?
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General.
Stay on mission, hey? Stay on mission.
Give them their last
Right.
As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the 8 divines upon you.
For the love of Talos, shut up and let's get this over.
Learn
I'm inclined to agree, you
as
know.
you wish.
I don't really want to sit there
Come
stewing
on.
over my
I
impending
haven't
doom.
got
I'd rather
all
just get on
morning.
with it. Yeah, I agree. This poor chap's about to get his head
My
removed from his neck.
ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. And you say the same.
She does not care.
You Imperial bastards!
Justice!
Death to the Stormcloaks!
Mixed opinions
As
here.
fearless in death as he was in life.
Next, the renegade from Cyrodiil.
Here it is again.
Yep,
Did you hear that?
I did.
I said, next prisoner.
To the block,
Okay.
prisoner. Nice and easy.
Yep. Hi.
What in oblivion
I just want to point out, you perhaps want to look behind you.
What do you
I know
see?
you're committed to your job and all that, but that is a dragon. Wow. We don't have these before. Oh, dude. Well, on the upside, we get to keep our head. Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. Let's get out of here. Run. Right.
Jarl, what is that thing? Could the legends be true?
Legends don't burn down villages.
We need to move now! Up through the tower. Let's go!
Don't have to tell me twice, good sir. I'm off.
Another second out there.
Ah, there we go. Well, poor guy gets annihilated. Right. Too keen there, Tiberius. Too keen. Right. So it's fire. Right. We need to jump. Normally I take damage when I drop that fall. Well played. Okay, so we're going to take refuge next to this building because the dragon is going to torch these down.
Still alive, prisoner?
Yep.
Keep close to me if you want to stay that way.
Okay.
Gunnar, take care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius and join the defense.
Gods guide you, Hadvar.
Yep, I'm out of here. Right. Lost my eye with his sword there. Right.
Stay close to the wall.
I love this bit. This is great. Great little touch. So we're going to stay here because there's wings. There's a dragon. Please don't go down.
Quickly, follow
Just
me.
took an arrow to the jaw. It's fine. It's fine. Right. Okey-doke. Away we go. We're going to leave these guys valiantly fighting the dragon. Some may say futilely. It's an exercise in futility. I don't know how much damage they're really doing with their bows and their flying fireballs. Right, so we're going to...
You damn traitor! Out of my way! We're escaping, Hitler. You're not stopping us this time.
Fine. I hope that dragon takes you all to starboard guard.
You coming?
Right, and as stated, we are siding with the Imperials, certainly at the very least with Hadvar right now. Just because once we get to Riverwood, it'll become clear. And we're in.
Looks like we're the only ones who made it. Was
Yeah.
that really a dragon?
That looked like
Bring
that.
us to the end times. We should keep moving.
Yeah.
Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off.
Okay.
There you go. Take a look around. There should be plenty of gear to choose from. I'm going to see if I can find something for these burns.
I don't see any burns, but okay.
You better get some gear.
I am going to get some gear. Just be patient with me, my good man. I was about to be killed 10 minutes ago, you know. Right, so we're going to equip the Imperial armor. We're going to equip the Iron Sword. We're going to equip the Imperial boots. We're going to carry the Helden Key. We want to favourite the Iron Sword. We're going to put our rough spun tunic and the foot wraps in here. The reason being is we're going to play I'm planning to do a survival let's play, so we want to minimise our carry weight because as you can, well, as soon as we exit Helden Key, we have our default carry rate is 300, but the moment we leave and activate survival mode, that gets reduced by half. And although 17 doesn't look like we're carrying very much now, we'll quickly get filled up with other junk. And we want to reserve as much as possible because I do want to pick some flowers on the way to the keep. Anyway, there's a helmet in here. I'll take the gold. Yep. Right, so he's all ready. While we're thinking about it, we're going to favourite our destruction spells, favourite the healing spells, and voice the Imperial Luck, not that one. Voice the Emperor. This is obviously unique to Imperials. It's your sort of once a day sort of power. We probably won't use it here, and in all honesty, you're gonna have to remind me to use it because typically speaking, these racial traits I use once or twice a playthrough, and then once I get into the meat of the game, I forget they even exist. But in theory, it's quite useful to have. Certainly, if we're about to get killed, it's a good way to get
Come
off
on,
our back.
this way.
Yeah, we're ready our weapon, so we're going to. Yep. So we're going to save here, I think. just because, just in case. Well, as soon as as soon as he opens this gate, there's these two stormcloaks here, but they both have two-handed weapons, which will wreck us.
Stormcloaks.
Yeah.
Maybe we can reason with them.
You can. Good luck with that. Honestly, I'm not too confident of your chances. Yeah. So we hang back so that they will primarily focus on him. He'll draw fire. Me shielded he is, because again we are a legendary and we'll do very little damage. So flames will be quite helpful to begin with. Right, let's get stuck in. Hey. See? Our damage is pitiful. So those of you that don't know, with Legendary, basically, as far as I remember, all the enemies do 3 times as much damage as normal, and we do 3 times less. So we are kind of left wanting, which is kind of soul destroying with magic, because magic seems so good at the very beginning of the game, and then destruction magic, I should say, it quickly becomes obsolete without. Actually, I want a gloves, don't I? Since we don't have any, so we'll wear those. Without any sort of game-breaking mods or some stupidly strong potions, so the spell's not great. Without sort of abusing the game mechanics, which is not really my thing. So anyway, but we'll leave all of that.
Let's keep moving.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to check this sack, see what we get. So they're both empty. God damn it. Well, we should take the cabbages. There's a vital ingredient for vegetable soup, which is integral to any melee build, at least early on. As I'm sure you're aware, the perpetual power attacks are quite useful. And also, because we're planning to, because this is going to be a survival let's play, we're going to need all the food we can get, because hunger is an issue, right?
Look out!
Before we're really interrupted by falling boulders.
Damn, that dragon doesn't give up easy.
No, he doesn't.
What are you doing? We need to get out of hell.
Right, again,
now.
we want to let Hadvar draw their fire, and we will try and cook them again. Hey guys, hey. Yeah, see, look, it seems like magic could really be the thing to do, but it just loses relevance so quickly. No mercy. Then we have to keep away. These greats, look at the damage compared to what we do. They can kill us if we do that. Okay. Sorry, Hadvar. But you know what? Let's disengage that, so at least we can block. Stamina low. Yeah. Right.
Mercy!
No mercy. You wouldn't show the mercy to me, would you?
An old storeroom. See if you can find some potions.
Yeah. We do want the potions, but we also want to pick up some of this food. So these can be cooked with salt to make cooked or cured meat, essentially, which is great to restore hunger in a bind. Actually, salt. Formerly, it's usually quite essential to a lot of your alchemic builds. Your business model. With survival, you need it for food, so you can't really use too much salt, at least until you become very salt heavy as you get later into the game. Certainly after you get to Riften, for example, when you're swimming in salt. Prior to that, you still have to be mindful. It still makes very good potions, you just have to be mindful of that. And we will be making potions. Oh, potatoes, take some of those. Also useful for vegetable soup. Take the apples, because apples are good for you. I do try and, certainly in the early game, I try and utilise all the things we can. I like a bit of stack poison, stack damage. I like to not roleplay it so much, but just try and play the game as you can. There's a lot of game mechanics. You want to try and use everything. I don't like pure build, so to speak. I think you got to think, what would a warrior use? How would you really play? Right. Again, I've got a quick save before we get in here, just in case.
The torch.
It should be fine because the Stormcloaks are really outnumbered on that. Yeah. Still watch out because the rogues will swing from those axes. Hey. How do you like that? So brave, attacking her in the back. But, until we have an arm rating and can do real damage, that's all that we can do. Should hide shield, should I want? Ow. Yeah.
Not like this.
Just cash in on everybody else's work. Thank you very much, boys. Well, good team. Good team. Iron battle axe. Damage would be nice, but we just.
You fellows happened along just in time.
Yeah.
These boys seem to be upset at how I've been entertaining their comrades.
Right. While we're here, we want to get Iron Shield. Again, we'll favourite that and equip it. Armor rating 72. So, yeah, given the amount of damage that enemies will dish out to us, until we're anything under an armor rating of sort of 72, under 300, you may as well be wearing toilet paper. And you know, with our mighty health pool of 100, we just cannot take the hits right now. So we're going to take the lockpicks.
Some odd noises coming from over there.
We're going to leave the books.
Come with us. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, we do. We're going to take the Book of the Dragonborn.
Didn't you hear?
It's not really essential, but
It's
a force of habit, I suppose. We might do some reading later, but right now I just want to get, in the interest of speed, I just want to get through the keep as quick as possible. We need to get to Riverwood, so we can sort of take stock and plan our next moves. Right, heads up, I'm absolutely terrible with lockpicks. Novice is about my speed. Anything after that, and I break the lockpicks.
Sure, take all my things.
Here we go. I go through a lot of lockpicks, put it that way. Which is frustrating because in survival mode, lockpicks have weight, which is another problem. Right, so we're going to take the gold, we're going to take the potions. We're actually going to equip the hood because we'll take that. Because reason being is plus 30 magicka is quite substantial. Not that we're going to be magicka heavy, but we are going to be using certain spells that will help us initially. Because right now I need to put points into health and stamina, so I'm not going to be putting any points into magicka for quite some time. Not, you know, bare minimum, if you like. Because we need health, so we can actually take hits, so we need stamina, so we can hurt people. So anything like this that increases our magicka in the short term. And, you know, as aforementioned, you know, our arm rating is so poor. I mean, if we wear a helmet 72 without the hood is 60, either way, it's irrelevant, you know. It's purely cosmetic at the moment, any armour we wear. Imperials generally are heavy armour anyway, and we will be using heavy armour, sword and shield sort of build. So, light arm, this stuff, we're not equipped for it, spec'd for it, we're just going to, yeah, it's a waste of time. Right, so let me go down here. Oh, there's Imperials, I thought they were Stormcloaks. Right, we're going to take the bone meal, useful ingredient. This guy has nothing on him. I'll just double check. Yeah, he's wearing his tunic. Although you'd think he would have the gold on him rather than the skeletons, because where do they keep the gold? I mean, look, he's literally just bones. But anyway, not going to complain. Bit of gold extra helps. It is another trait of the Imperials. It's Imperial luck, which means we're technically supposed to find more gold per. Sort of, you know, anywhere you might find gold, you're supposed to find more. I don't really know how relevant that is. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know why I checked that. I still was empty, and I still anyway. You'll get used to my little errors and judgments, I suppose. I make a lot of mistakes in these games. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know this game very well, but I get ahead of myself sometimes.
Where in Oblivion are we supposed to go?
We'll do another quick save here because there's quite a few through here. Sometimes a rogue two-hander or the archers can do us damage. So let these guys run in first. Yeah, and these guys. Burn. Did nothing. Just don't want to get hit by these two hands. Sorry, my man. Made a mistake, right. Eat this. Well, no, I don't. I'm an Imperial. So I don't kill myself at all. We're so brave, I know, aren't we? It's like, not as brave as those archers, though. Jesus.
I cannot bear.
No, you can't. Well, you can't. To me, you can best. Hadway, you cannot. He's one tough cookie. Right. Put that here. Let's move. You got to watch out because these archers are incredibly accurate. The AI is lethal. The only thing you can do is sort of strafe, but I think handbars mostly draw down fire, so it's got lots of health. So we're going to attack you. Hey, how you doing? Now
I'll see you in pieces.
no. Again, the bravery of me takes that out. So they have this thing, it winds me up because they go, I yield, and they come back. As soon as they've got a bit of health, they come back and absolutely smash your face. And it wouldn't be a problem, but well, she's a one-hander, but these two-handed guys, one hit, two hits, it's over. Hey. Which you know we won't. We will finish with the sword, yes. Makes the most sense. So. He submits. Oh, we don't care. Right, we'll take your arrows.
If we can find a way.
Yep. We also want to favour the longbow. We're not really archer build, but we may put some points in because we're going to need, well, it's the only really way we can hurt dragons. Hey, for a while. Not that we're going to do a lot of damage with that, because we have so low archery skill to be so low. So you look at our longbow, 6 damage. Yeah, I mean there's not a lot in it right now, but fundamentally we're not very. Until we get stronger bows, get more points. We'll see. Excuse me. Right. Now I want to check. There's usually some stuff in here. So usually there always is. It's fixed. So take a potion of minor healing. We'll take a coin purse. Take a skeleton. Take some gold. There's nothing that way. I want. It's a trap. I normally go in there and only to discover a waste of time, but we won't waste your time. Let's go. Why do you stop? Why are you stopping? Let's go. Come on, Hanvar, we've got places to go, people to see. More importantly, I want to get away from this dragon. That's fundamentally the issue, right?
That doesn't go anywhere.
No.
I guess we'd better try this way.
Yeah, I am. Follow me. So there are some spiders here. So we can get at least one sneak attack here, which is quite useful. See them. That one we can see, can't we? Yeah. Hey. Boom. Got him.
Must have scared them off.
Excuse me, my throat is tickly today because I'm talking. Spoilers, this isn't the first time. I've actually done this intro a couple of times because, well, I had a bit of a technical issue. I realised I got all the way through Helgen Keep and realised I wasn't actually recording, which is kind of embarrassing to admit. But right, these big spiders we've got nothing to do with because their poison is lethal. See, it just jumped on it. Since when do spiders jump? Especially spiders as big as Not bigger than me. Hadvar's just taken it. He's a tough guy. So we're going to put... I'll probably burn these guys. Yeah, I will demonstrate something quite funny while we're here. So, if we... I always find this ironic. If we use frostbite venom, we'll find out spiders are not immune to their own venom. What kind of a genetic mistake is that? Yeah, as I was saying, I don't know if that's intended mistake or just a, intended or a feature or just a mistake by Bethesda's part, but certainly in the animal kingdom it would make no sense. I mean, what happens if they catch the inside of the mouth? Or the fangs drip or whatever. I mean, that's a pretty grim thought when I think about it, but dripping fangs is quite graphic. But what happens? How can they not be immune to their own poison? I mean, it's great. It's useful for me. Not the extra 5 damage is really going to turn the tide. But yeah, random trivia for you. A lockpick. He's a brave character. Me personally, I would not stick my hand in there. Certainly, would not stick it in a spider's egg that big. That's kind of horrendous. What's in here? Website, Skeever Tail, yes. Just another one. Skeever Tail's good for poisons. Right. Yep. I've just realised there's some ingredients behind. For the more observant of you, there were some rock warbler eggs in a bucket. One of the rooms we went through. 3 times I picked him up, but not this time. Anyway, let's keep moving. Did I pick up these spider's eggs? I think I did, didn't I? I think I did. No, I missed one. Yeah, anyway. Right, let's go. Now, sorry my dude. Right, there should be a bear here. Which will be interesting. Yeah, so we're gonna equip our bow again. Use another poison. We've got 3. Now this isn't as strong as the original KVU encounter in the game, because we would not be able to kill it at this level. Shut up, man.
Just take it nice and slow.
No.
Watch for the step.
Oh, I missed it completely. Well, that was embarrassing. Waste of poison. Got hit that. Eat it. Yeah, I want nothing to do that. Hadvar, dude. Yeah, that's gonna run after him. Should be good. Yeah. I'll let those two duke it out while I spoil. So we've got the coin purse. Should be an iron helmet. Right, me. Yeah, we'll leave the rest. Archery did nothing. But we got him. That was the main thing. Bear's down. Bear claws are a great ingredient. For those of you that don't know. Polybites, I think there's anything here, is there? No. So. You coming? Let's go. Come on. Tempest Fugit. Tempest Fugit. Right, here we go.
This looks like the way out. I was starting to wonder if we'd ever make it.
Me too, honestly. Actually, that's a lie. I've escaped Helgen Keep many times. I know it works. We are going to do survival mode, and it's a fun mode. So as I think I mentioned earlier, it adds the need to eat and sleep. So you can get fatigue, and if you're hungry, it's quite debilitating on your stats. If I remember, I shall show you what it can do. Certainly as a melee fighter, it's horrendous if you're hungry. But fatigue affects sleep. So fatigue, if you're fatigued, it affects your stamina regen and things like that, as I recall. And also warmth. Certain clothes and armor has a warmth rating. So north of the map, Well, Skyrim is a cold place, which so makes sense, but it is quite debilitating. So you have to have hot food and other things to kind of delay the cold, because you can actually die of cold. Certainly, like freezing cold water, it's game over. So it kills you in seconds. Like, it's unbelievably quick. Also, we cannot fast travel, so we're going to have to walk everywhere, or horseback, or make use of the horse and cart to travel to the major holds. So, yeah, it's going to be good. As I mentioned, you get reduced carry rate. You level up only when you sleep. This can be quite annoying. Well, I mean, it's only really relevant if you're trying to power level and optimize your leveling speed. But you can when you're sort of concerned about over leveling, but we have no choice, so we're just going to live with this. Enable some other mode. Absolutely, yes, let's do it. And that is Helm Keep Escaped. So let's get down here. Let's drop down with Hadvar. We should see the dragon fly off, or do we not?
Looks like he's gone for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back.
No, I agree.
Closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's the blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out. And it's probably better.
I find this amusing. He says we split up,
Good
then he
luck.
literally follows me
I
all
wouldn't
the way.
have made it without your help today.
Yep. As you say, he will literally follow us all the way to Riverwood. Right, but we do need ingredients. Just keep an eye out. This is where you'll find out my disease, that I'm sure most of you have too. By which I mean I have to pick up every single ingredient that I see, because I can't, whether I need it or not, I just can't help myself. Although we do actually need some of these because we want to make some potions, just to get our bankroll started really once we get to Riverwood. To buy some equipment because we have nothing, and we need heavy armor because we can't.
You should go to Solitude and join up with the Imperial Legion. We could really use someone like you.
Yep.
And if the rebels have themselves a dragon,
Where is he?
Tiberius is the only one who can stop them.
Well, I mean, the Stormcloaks might offer a similar argument with Ulfric, but you know, who am I to say? Who am I to say? You're hungry, yeah. Great. So we can eat. We haven't really got anything, with the exception of Khajiit and Argonian. If we eat raw meat, we have the potential to get food poisoning, which is another debilitating status effect that can last several days, I believe. So don't do it. It's the moral of that story, right? Now, spoilers, I have actually played through on my own time some of this Creation Club content, so I do know where a few things are, but I haven't played it through exhaustively by any stretch. Maybe about 20 hours, so certainly initially will be a bit of talking through things as you know that I've already discovered. But after we reach a certain point, I'm not going to know. I'm going to know as much as you. Well, you probably know more than me, I suspect. So it's going to be interesting, right? So what we need is the flowers. Sorry, can I help it? Can I help it? I can't help it. It's compulsion.
See that ruin up there? Bleak Falls Barrow.
Yeah.
When I was a boy, that place always used to give me nightmares. Draugr creeping down the mountain to climb through my window at night. That kind of thing.
Oh, they stay in the crypts, my
I
man.
still don't much like the look of it.
Yeah, let's drop down here. Wait. Right, and these are the Guardian Stones, which replace sort of the star, star signs from. Hang on, no.
These are the Guardian Stones. 3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape. Go ahead, see for yourself.
Yeah. So they, as you say, they replace these star signs. So from previous Elder Scrolls games. So the Thief Stone activates. It gives you your larger skills to level faster. So thief skills would be say alchemy and speech, and pickpocket, that kind of thing. Warrior stones, heavy armor. So makes sense for us to pick up the warrior stone. Now, obviously, if you're optimizing leveling, it's quite often
warrior. Good. I knew you shouldn't have been on that cult the minute I laid eyes on you.
But you let it happen anyway. dude. We're going to leave him there, because down here, this I do know is a fishing rod, so... And some iron ore, we do need iron ore, right. Slime lure. Yeah, take a book. So this is probably one of the most... What's down here? Fishing map, Troll Creek, I'll take that. This is actually was mentioned well, a couple of months ago when they first started announcing this anniversary edition. In terms of immersion, well, you have fishing and farming now, but what's this guy? It's a fishing rod.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
And he's actually sporting the new fishing outfit, which we probably won't wear.
It's not like my poaching's
No.
hurting anyone.
No,
The
but
Jarl can hardly eat Here now, can he?
there are actually some... Did I have activated the angling acquaintances? No. How do you activate... There's a quest. I'm sure there is... Oh, we didn't learn sparks, so Huh. Anyway, at various points in Skyrim, at water holes, there are these fishing supplies, and there are actually, once you get to Riften Fishery, there is actually a quest. There are quest givers that you have to catch certain fish. So it's boring, but I am going to be, trying to catch a few fish here and there at certain points, just to try and preempt the mission, if you like, because I want to catch some of the fish. Save us having to backtrack, given that we can't, since it's survival, we can't just fast travel back to certain points to catch what we want. So while fishing, press active. Yes, we know it's not hard. It's very, very Minecraft actually, the fishing mechanic in this game. But I suppose there's only so many ways you can really do it, isn't there? So what we do is we wait. We get a bite. There we go. The controller actually vibrates. It's quite entertaining. Right, here we go. Catch a fish. What have we got? Angler acquaintances. That's the mission. The pogfish is one of the fish we have to get. There are 4 fish.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
Yep. Shut up, my dude. Right. Let's catch a few. Yeah, so
It's
depending
not
on the
like my
regions and the
poaching's
holes,
hurting
there are
anyone.
certain fish.
The Jarl can hardly eat every deer now, can he?
No, I'm sure he can't. You need to...
I've been hunting and fishing in
flush your
these
catch.
parts
It's
for
'cause you're annoying.
years.
Shut up. This guy's really putting me off. There we go.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
If you tell me that story one more time, I might just murder you.
It's not like my poaching's
Juvenile mud
hurting
crab.
anyone.
Ooh.
The Jarl can hardly eat every deer now, can he?
No, I'm sure he can't. This guy is testing my patience. I agree with him in principle, but not what I've been told for the 142nd time.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
A spadefish. Oh, this is a good spot. There are actually good... I think dawn and dusk are the best times to hunt for fish, so I suppose it must be early for us. Anyway, right. Yep. No. Yep. Brook bass. Let's do one more. This is my new addiction. Not only do I collect flowers, I also fish. And now seeing all these dragonflies, I want to collect all those too, but they are notoriously hard for me to pick up. Anyway. Another mud crab, right. I do apologise for that, but I just want to get a few, I just want to preempt a few of these fish because I believe the pogfish and the, I don't know if brook bass is, but another spadefish. Did we not? But no, I think those two are spade. Actually, no, spadefish is a new ingredient, isn't it? Is it not? Yeah. Oh, I didn't even know mud crabs were. See one. Regenerate stamina. Fascinating. But we can't eat the spadefish because it's the only one we have. Anyway. We need to hang on to at least one juvenile mud crab, because as I recall, there's a quest for those. So with the angling update, you not only do you get quests from the fishery itself, but there's also like bounties. That's where people ask you to catch certain fish. And I know that the juvenile mud crab is definitely one, because I've done that. Well, assuming it's the same every time, I don't know. Yeah. Interesting to see. As I said, it's so fantastic with where are we? Flowers there. Yes. Embershire mine up here. We're going to leave that. We're going to come back to that. Yeah, there's so many new features added. It's just like playing Skyrim again for the first time. I can't get over it sometimes. I mean, like any of you, I'm sure I love this game. You know, it's right walls. Right. Let's try and burn them. Might be the best way to do this. Interesting. Yeah, you can actually see down here we're fatigued and drained. So look at that. So drained. Total magic was reduced. Magical stamina regenerates 25% slower. Beneficial potion 20% less effective, which means that potion we just took was worthless. But we need health. And hungry. Stamina. Total stamina is reduced. Attacks and weapons are 10% slower. You're 30% less effective as your shield is sneaky. So we are quite handicapped. See, that we should have stuck with Hadvar, I think, but can I? Just punched a wolf. Yeah, this is not ideal. Kind of made a mistake here, but it's all right. It should be okay. Let's just take everything we have. So then I want to take the wolf pelt. Take the more tough. Now that's a great ingredient for a lot of power potions. That is, by power potions I mean potions that you can make money. A lot of our economy, early game economy, is going to be built around. It's going to be built around alchemy, an alchemic business model, so not excessive. I'm not going to sort of power level alchemy to the extremes, certainly not early on in the game, but we can make, there are certain potions we can make sort of here and there to bolster our income and level alchemy a bit, so we're going to be putting points in alchemy and also into speech early, just so we can get, make a bit of money, and also once we know a few key ingredients, we should be able to make some decent potions for ourselves to use, including poisons, that sort of thing. Take thistle, yes, give me that. Okay, take that. And here we are in Riverwood. Wait, give me the mushrooms. I want the mushrooms. More mushrooms there, right. Put our flames away now. There's no more bad guys. Right. There's someone here as well, I believe. Yeah. Okay.
saw a dragon.
Yeah.
What? What is it now, Mother?
Let's follow these guys in.
It was as big as the mountain and black as night. It flew right over the barrel.
Dragons now, is it? It's fine. If you keep on like this, everyone in town will think you're crazy. And I've got better things to do than listen to more of your complaints.
Gentlemen?
It was a
Yep.
dragon. It'll kill us all and then you'll believe me.
Okie doke.
Sigrid, we have company.
Sit down. Feels good after all that running.
We've been so worried about you. Come, you two must be hungry. Sit down and I'll get you something to eat.
Yeah.
Now then, boy, what's the big mystery? What are you doing here looking like you lost an argument with a cave bear?
We
I
actually
don't
did.
know where to stop. You know I was assigned to General Tullius' guard. We were stopped in Helgen when we were attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion. I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. I'm glad to help however I can.
Thank you.
Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. But I need your help.
Yeah.
We need your help.
Don't leave that, we don't need that. Take the bread, take the carrots, take the cheese, take the beer, take the ironing, take the leg roast, take the lockpick, take the beer. Health potions, definite. Ring of Minor Magicka. Oh man. Yes, please. We'll take that.
The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose.
Yeah.
Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
How do I get to Whiterun from here?
Cross the river and then head north. You'll see it just past the falls. When you get to Whiterun, just keep going up. When you get to the top of the hill, you're at Dragon's Reach, the Jarl's palace.
What can you tell me about the Jarl?
Jarl Balgruuf. He rules Whiterun Hold. A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious, but these are dangerous times. So far, he's managed to stay out of the war. I'm afraid it can't last, though.
Which side of the war does he
I
favor?
don't think he likes either Ulfric or Elisif much. Who can blame him? But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end. He's no traitor.
You support the Empire then?
Of course. Skyrim has always been part of the Empire. That doesn't mean I support everything the Empire's been doing lately.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
But Nords have never been fair weather friends.
Who is Elisif?
Ah, I forget you're new to Skyrim. Jarl Elisif, I should say. Although only because she was married to Jarl Torrig when he was murdered. Ulfric murdered Torrig, you know. Walked right into his palace in Solitude and killed him. Shouted him to death, if you believe the stories. That's what started this whole war. The Empire couldn't ignore that. Once the Jarls start killing each other, we're back to the bad old days.
So he's just going to use his forge. There's actually a little mini quest here, but I'm not going to bother doing that, honestly. You can do the same thing at what I think any of the blacksmiths. But it's little mini games. It's an introduction to smithing and the smithing mechanics. So what you can do, I'll get you to make a dagger, then improve it, sharpen it. Then I'll get you to make a hide helmet or something like that, or leather helmet. But I'm not going to do that. I already know how to do that. So, what can you tell me about Riverwood?
Gerder's family first settled here as woodcutters.
Yeah.
A few generations ago. She and Hod run the mill. I make a decent living sharpening axes and fixing the sawmill.
Yeah. What do you think about the war?
People are rightly stirred up about the damn Thalmor being allowed to roam around arresting people, just for worshipping Talos. But was it worth tearing Skyrim apart and maybe destroying the Empire? No. Ulfric will have a lot to answer for in the end. Nords have always supported the Empire, and the Empire has always been good for Skyrim.
Why are the Thalmor allowed to arrest people for worshipping Talos?
It's from that treaty that ended the Great War, remember? When the Emperor was forced by the Thalmor to outlaw Talos worship. We didn't pay much attention to it when I was a boy.
Yeah.
Everyone still had their little shrine to Talos. But then, Ulfric and his Sons of Skyrim started agitating about it. Sure enough, the Emperor had to crack down, dragging people off in the middle of the night. One of the main causes of this war, if you ask me.
Well, it's not going to improve people's attitudes, is it? I can see why Stormcloaks are gaining traction, if you like, because, yeah. This is another new feature, actually. You can get the horse armor. I believe it adds 1,000 to their health. But we don't have a horse right now, so that's kind of irrelevant. And this is probably where this part's going to come to an end, I think. We've done what we needed to do. We've escaped Helgen Keep. And we've found shelter. So next episode we need to obviously rest, get some food, and we shall do some bits and bobs we need to do around here before we head to Whiterun. But we'll do that next episode. So thank you very much for your time. And we'll see you next time. Bye bye.